Friday, and we have a great weekend ahead of us. Today's a beautiful day this morning. It is cool outside. It's around 60 degrees in Detroit. The dew point temperature is in the lower 50s. That means the humidity is very low. So it's going to be a comfortable day today. 8 out of 10 on the comfort index this morning, and it's dry. And so we're going to stay dry throughout the rest of the day today. And also it looks pretty nice heading into the rest of the weekend too for Saturday and Sunday. And a look at First Alert Top the radar, nothing to show you around Michigan, Wisconsin, or anywhere across the Great Lakes. It's dry. And that's what we like to see, is nothing on the radar this morning. So it's going to be bright and sunny around Howell and Brighton. Highs near 80 degrees today. Commerce Township and Novi also near 80. So around Metro Detroit, high of 82 this afternoon. It's going to be a sunny day. The wind starts to pick up a little this afternoon out of the west northwest, 10 up to 20 miles per hour. So it's a cool breeze. The sun's going to be out, and temperatures kind of hold steady pretty close to 80 degrees through this weekend. But I'm going to show you the next chance of rain that we're going to get, and then I'll look ahead of what it could be like next weekend for the Dream Cruise. I'll be back in just a bit with that forecast.
All right, lots of planning ahead to do, Kevin. Thank you. We're going to plan for our weekend drive with 94 westbound being closed from 75 to 96. It begins this evening at 9. Monday at 5 a.m. is when we'll see things wrap up. So that's the good news for our morning drive. However, this weekend, it certainly will slow you down. I want to give you an updated look. 2 crashes I wanted to bring to your attention right now. Your 7 First Alert traffic camera will show you 94 in Connor. A bit of a backup eastbound here. Center lane, right shoulder blocked. And then this same deal, actually, 75 southbound after the Lodge, center lane, right shoulder. So we're seeing 2 backups with some severe lane closures right now. I'll keep a close eye on those. I'll let you know if anything pops up enough that we need to start talking about an alternate route.
Now we are staying on top of 2 breaking news stories this morning. We've been covering them all morning long.
First in Warren, 1 person is dead, another injured after a shooting at a home overnight.
7 Action News reporter Kim Russell is at that home as this investigation continues.
I am in a neighborhood that is in the area of 13 Mile and Hoover, right at the corner of Robinwood Boulevard and Blanky Drive. And you can see there is a police scene here at this house on Blanky Drive. Now, here's what investigators tell us happened. Around 2 o'clock this morning, a call came in to 911. A woman said that there was a home invasion and her son had been shot. Now, neighbors confirm that 20-year-old son was taken to the hospital for treatment. Police tell me he is in stable condition. The home invader, however, suspected home invader, was shot and killed here at this house. Now, police are working to find out more information as neighbors react to this terrifying scene.
I heard the gunshots. It sounded like almost in my house, and I got up to look out my window, and I just seen swarmed with cops. It's scary that it happened right next door.
Now, while that neighbor said she heard the gunshots, she also said that at first she thought it was a basketball bouncing. It's just because this is such a safe neighborhood, no one would assume it was a shooting. In Warren, Kim Russell, 7 Action News.
All right, Kim, thank you. Also breaking this morning, this out of Livonia, where residents have been displaced after a fire ripped through their apartment building. This happened overnight at Parkway Heights Apartments, which is on Ann Arbor Trail near Wayne Road. That fire appears to be out, but crews are remaining on the scene. As people who live there tell us, this second floor had several apartments damaged by smoke and fire. No word yet on any injuries or just what may have caused that fire.
At number 5 this morning, police are looking for the gunman behind a deadly shooting on Detroit's west side. Surveillance video shows the suspected shooter literally hanging out of the window of a vehicle just moments before opening fire. This happened last night at the corner of West 7 Mile and the Southfield Freeway. You see it there on the map. Police say that the victim's vehicle ended up crashing into a curb near a Marathon gas station.
They were sitting in front of a location on Westmoreland Street. And the other vehicle with the perpetrators in it pulled alongside of it and began shooting. Those gentlemen then fled the location, came over here to the 7 Mile Southfield area, and the vehicle continued to follow them and continued to fire shots at them.
1 man was pronounced dead at the scene. 2 others were injured. At last check, 1 of the men was in serious condition, the other in temporary serious condition.
Well, at number 6 this morning, the debate over using facial recognition technology in the fight to intensify, it's intensifying in Detroit. There's a fight over it, and people last night at the Board of Police Commissioners meeting shared their concerns. This comes after a heated meeting last month. You'll remember that's when the police handcuffed the commissioner there, as many people were fearing that technology will allow them to be watched. They say the technology is less accurate when trying to identify people with darker skin tones. Commissioners had the chance last night to hear from the public.
We need this board to actually represent the people of the city of Detroit in expressing our opposition to expansion of Project Greenlight and expansion of facial recognition technology.
I think that you all, because you're sitting at the head of the table, should be the ones to say, no, this is not going to help our people.
Now, the Detroit Police Department says that they do plan to use facial recognition software, but only to help identify suspects in violent crimes, and would not use it with live video.
Well, at number 7 is Friday, and once again, we are checking out the people, places, and things that make communities great in Metro Detroit.
Of course, it's part of our 7 in Your Neighborhood series.
And we are all about the Polish food right now. We're in Detroit for the annual Pierogi Festival. It's happening at the Sweetest Heart of Mary, not far from Eastern Market.
Which is where we find a very full 7 Action News reporter, Matt Smith. He's been bragging about the food all morning long. But Matt, so much fun happening there this weekend.
Yeah, I know it doesn't look it, but I swear I ate like 6 pounds of food at the Polish Village Cafe yesterday. You know, you mentioned Sweetest Heart of Mary, a beautiful church here in Detroit, and this is really what brings people in down here. The Pierogi Festival, it centers on this church and the surrounding area. You see the tents are made up, but you can't have a Pierogi Festival without pierogi. The food is great, so we actually went to the people who catered this event, the people in Hamtramck at the Polish Village Cafe. We wanted to take you inside for 7 in Your Neighborhood. Early in the morning, before a soul's awake outside, inside this kitchen, it's already hopping.
Watch out, hot tea.
And language changes quickly from English
to
to Polish. For John Blaha, this place is home. One look around and you feel like you're transported back to Poland.
It's like being at your parents' house or being at your grandparents' house. It's like it's a throwback to your old culture. You just come in and you smell it. You know, you can feel it.
There's something special about this place. He's right. From the kitschy feel walking downstairs into this basement.
Go make you dinner.
To the Polish lady showing up 4 hours before opening to get everything just right. And I mean everything. From pancakes to schnitzel, everything is fresh. No microwave in sight. It's all flame, elbow grease, and family.
No thanks.
Is that enough?
You like to argue because the more you argue, the better the food is.
Food's excellent. Service is excellent.
The regulars have been coming for decades.
Anywhere you like.
But there's something else going on here. This place started as a boarding house in the 1900s. This kitchen was really a cafeteria that took on a different look before a man known as Doc Ted took it over in the 70s. Since then, it's been part of a family, part of his family. And Doc Ted is gone, but what he's created
Just brings back a lot of memories.
remains. Eve O'Grady hadn't been home in 3 years. Fresh off a flight from Texas, this is where she had to be.
The atmosphere, we love the people.
She said the food and the atmosphere, I can eat it out in the alley. It's good stuff.
And after all that praise, Blaha didn't have to twist my arm.
Nazovia.
Nazovia?
Yeah, Nazicia.
To give it a try.
The farther the culture splits up, the more you want to bring culture in. And if you want to have that cultural experience, you come back here.
If you want to try a taste of that Polish Village Cafe food, you don't even have to head over to Hamtramck, although I tell you, you definitely should head on down to the basement and have their food. They're actually going to be out here from 5 until 10. They're putting on the happy hour. It's not just pierogi. They're going to have it all. So you can really get an idea of what Polish culture, Polish food is really all about. And don't worry, we'll be out here as well at 5 and 6. Dave Rexroth is going to be broadcasting live as part of our newscast this evening. So make sure you come on out. You can say hi to Dave. Make sure he brings some good weather with him as well.
Such a tough job, Matthew, but somebody's got to do it. You and Dave stepped up.
What
Thank
kind
you.
of pierogi did you try? I need to know. I need to do some investigation.
You know, I may know the guy who was mashing the potatoes. You might want to just make sure you get the potato. If you don't, that's really part of it. The reason you don't see people make pierogi at home, they don't get the dough right, and the mashed potatoes, they do that just right. That's what makes it so special.
It's an art form. It really is.
Oh, you made it look so good too, Matthew. Thank you. Potato pierogi, so good.
I'm hungry now.
Potato, cheese, and sauerkraut.
Check out 7 in Your Neighborhood. Dave Rexroth tonight live. Thank you very much, Matthew.
7:10, keeping kids safe on the streets. There's some help needed in Grosse Pointe for the upcoming school year.
And making history. How the new superintendent at the Hamtramck School District is marking a first in the country. You're watching 7 Action News this morning on TV 20 Detroit.